Hello, everyone. My name is Paul from Best Way Driving School in the Bronx, and I'm here to talk about a question I'm often asked about which is the best road test site in the Bronx to take your road test, which is actually a difficult question because, in all honesty, all road test sites uh, have different challenges, and I'm going to try to cover them as best as possible. Right? But if you're a good driver, if you know how to drive, and you got good observation skills, then it really shouldn't matter where you take your road test at. Okay? Because basically, you know how to drive, so it should be easy anywhere. Okay? But as far as challenges in each road test site, okay, let me start out with Havermeyer. Havermeyer is okay. It's a good road test site. What are the challenges there? Is that sometimes when you make that first left turn up on the corner, there might be trucks that are stationed there making deliveries, and sometimes that'll confuse students. Okay, so basically, watch out for those double parked trucks, pedestrians on the roadways, bicycles, and so forth. Uh, Strang Avenue up by Gun Hill Road. This is another good road test site. And the challenge is there is that the road test area is right next to a supermarket. And there you have trailers and trucks coming in all the time. And sometimes at the beginning of the road test, when the student is taking off, they are faced with a challenge of going around trucks that are either backed into the bay or double parked. Okay, so that's a major challenge. But other than that, once you get past that obstacle, then I think it's fairly easy. Okay, let's go to Riverdale. Okay, Riverdale Avenue. Again, challenges. You have supermarket stores on the right hand side. When you take off, you're going to go under the train trestle, right? And sometimes that will confuse a lot of students. You'll go up through streets where you make left and rights, right? And basically the challenges there are traffic. Sometimes traffic could get heavy. Okay, so you just got to be aware of your surroundings, have good observation skills, look for pedestrians, bicycles, and cross traffic. Okay, and just basically drive safe. Uh, Now let's move up the Bronx a little and go to Yonkers. Okay, Yonkers. Okay, for me it's a good area, but for most students, why do most students fail there? It's because Yonkers has a lot of narrow roads, a lot of narrow streets, and there's no lines painted on these streets, and students could get confused whether it's a one-way or two-way, right? Because they see it so narrow, or they'll drive up the middle, which is actually an automatic fail. So that's basically the challenge there. In times like now, this type of season where we're coming into the summer months, the trees grow. And sometimes they grow over the stop signs, and the stop signs are hard to see. So be careful with that one, because you get a lot of hidden stop signs, a lot of hills up and down. But basically, it's like any other road, right? Just be careful with cross traffic coming at you, pedestrians, if there's bikes or whatever. Okay, so, uh, oh, and also, it's a 30-mile-an-hour zone, right? Though it's still in the Bronx, it's still considered like a little upper going into Yonkers area. Okay, so let's move on to, uh, can't believe this one escapes my name. Okay. Ah, good. This is good for me. Okay. Riverdale. We talked about Riverdale already, right? And we're trying to get up to New Rochelle. Okay, New Rochelle. This is a sweet spot. Okay, challenges there. Okay, no markings on the streets. Like most road test sites, they have no markings. So the challenge is here. Okay, again, the stop signs. Yeah, you're gonna come up to one street where you're probably gonna make a right turn, right? And the mistake here with a lot of students that they turn into that first available lane, which is actually for cars to park, and that's what causes them to fail, right? So again, good observation skills. Look where you want to go. As you approach that corner, look and see what's in that lane. Okay, you don't want to turn into a lane where cars park, because that is going to be an automatic fail. Right? So again, like I said, it's all up to you, your driving skills. Okay, basically a road test is only going to last anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. You're probably going to do 2 to 4 left turns, 2 to 4 right turns. You're going to do 1 parallel park. You're going to do 1 3-point turn. You're probably going to enter an intersection where you'll make a left turn, and then you'll be back where you started from. You'll do a pullover. Always remember, anytime you're pulling out, pulling in, changing lanes, signal, mirror, shoulder check. Very important, that shoulder check. Okay, people have a hard time learning that shoulder check, and it's fairly very simple, right? You signal, mirror, and just shoulder check to make sure that there's nobody in your blind spot before you turn, make any lane changes, pull into a parking spot, or you pull over, or when you're pulling out. Okay, always remember to signal, mirror, shoulder check. Okay, again, I'm Paul from Best Way Driving School in the Bronx, and we don't only offer driving lessons and road test site appointments, but we do not offer motorcycle lessons, but we do have a motorcycle if you want to go for your motorcycle license. We have a motorcycle that you can actually rent from us, okay? And we will take you to the road test site on the motorcycle. You take your test and get your motorcycle license. Hope you like this video. Feel free to subscribe and like, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.